Hello, friends. Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download and a 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/GeekCastLive. Over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player.
Geekcast Joe here. If you enjoy our show, be sure to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. You can find us every Saturday morning on iTunes, Facebook, and Twitter. Just search GeekCastLive.
Hey guys, Rob Bass here. Just wanted to let you know that if you like our podcast and want to support us, be sure to check us out at patreon.com/GeekCastLive. That is patreon.com/GeekCastLive.
Hey Knuckleheads, GCR here telling you to get over to deathwishcoffee.com. Use our discount code GeekCast to save 15% on coffee, mugs, and Death Wish coffee merchandise. Thank me later.
It's a trap!
Alright, Knuckleheads, welcome to episode 332 of the GeekCast Live podcast. I'm your host, GCR, and with me, as always,
Rob Bass.
I have thoughts.
And Senator Kelly from X-Men 1.
What the son of a...
Well played.
Okay. Interesting.
So there's that.
So we have Rye, me, an ego, and a very anti-mutant senator.
No, I'm actually just I'm a sentient puddle.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I
got the joke.
I thought you meant like an issue 1 of X-Men.
Oh no, I meant the movie.
Yes.
Sorry, Rob.
I thought you meant Rebecca Romaine Stamos when she was Mystique being Senator Kelly in episode 1.
Which leads to the natural poll question is who makes a better Mystique?
Senator Kelly.
Jennifer Lawrence or RRS?
I'm a big Rebecca Romaine Stamos fan myself.
I thought she did really well as Mystique.
No one's talking about their acting chops there, Chauncey.
I don't think she's a Stamos anymore, though.
No.
No, I think she's married to a knockoff Teen Wolf.
Bruce Dern?
Not Bruce. Not the actor from the Packet de Lupin. Brotherhood of the Wolf.
Mark Dacascos?
Mark Dacascos, not him. I'm talking about who was in Teen Wolf 2. It wasn't Jason Bateman. It was
Jason Bateman. It wasn't Michael J. Fox.
Wasn't Michael J. Fox. I'm not talking about him then. I just had geophagia for the first time in my life. Wow. Who was the fat kid from
Jerry O'Connell.
Right, she's Rebecca Romaine O'Connell now, isn't she?
That sounds accurate.
Yeah, I think it's right, too.
Looks like I picked the wrong week to quit drinking.
Why'd you quit drinking? What a terrible life decision.
No.
Seemed a good idea like 6 hours ago.
Shit happens.
Yeah, it's a mistake.
It does.
Shit happens.
Speaking of things that sound like a good idea 6 hours ago, who wants to hear about just how much Jason Bourne sucks and how upset I am about it?
By all means.
Me.
I am usually a tremendous Paul Greengrass fan. I'm a absolutely huge fan of the Bourne series, of Matt Damon in general. And so I have some time to kill the other night, and there's not much. I've been wanting to see this latest installment, without having read reviews or anything. And it is atrocious. It is phoned in at every level. It is pandering at every level. And I don't realize until the end credits that I guess Greengrass wrote the script for this one. Stay the fuck behind the camera, you jackalope. It's almost unwatchably bad.
Wow.
It's cliche ridden, and I'm only pissed because the first three, especially the first two, are just so awesome. I can watch them anytime they're on. I can watch bits of them. They're Shawshank-esque like that, and I was hurt. Not to the level of like Phantom Menace hurt, but kind of that same vein. Kind of like when I saw the subsequent Hobbit films. It's just like, man, dude, really? You're really gonna just lose your edge and dial it in? I was salty. Tommy Lee Jones can't need a paycheck that bad.
Is it true that he only says like 12 lines of dialogue in the whole movie?
Yeah, and there you can clearly tell that somebody who's not a professional high-end writer wrote the dialogue. It's all shitty dialogue.
Wow.
Stephanie Meyer's bad, or
no? Because
E.L. James.
Is there
it's
E.L.
James bad. It's E.L. James bad. Yes, it's trite. Wow. It's pandering. It's cliched as fuck. And
said demurely.
Oh, he went all Stephanie Meyer's there. I see what you did there. Joe, that was so fucking. I should have let it go. I shouldn't have even called attention to it.
That was nicely done.
It would have been a shining spot in this episode. Somebody would have been listening to it and said like, "Oh, I get it. I see what he did."
So I almost texted Jason Piles from the movie to beg that I know I'm too late to get on, but I wanted to actually get it on MPW and rant about it. It was so bad.
If you wanted if you ever wanted I can get you the number to the voicemail box where you could actually call and leave a rant and it would be played on the show. If you wanted to do that,
you should probably text me that number.
I will text that number too.
I was passionately pissed, and I'm disappointed. And if I see Paul Greengrass on the street, I'm going to fucking cock punch him.
The other side of this coin is that Joe and I went and saw Kubo and the Two Strings separately. We didn't go together. We went separately. But on the same day, him on my recommendation, so there was a lot of pressure on me there, I felt. But I believe you liked it.
I should have watched that.
From beginning to end. It was superb.
It's the same company that brought you like Coraline. Mm-hmm. So it's that like stop animation with a little bit of like CGI finishing.
Beautiful.
Oh my god!
Film.
There's a lot that has to do with that film with origami, and like watching the movie, it's almost like the movie's made out of origami. It's so cool, and it's got the best like Stephen King opening line first hook I've ever seen in a movie. I saw it at like 1:00 in the afternoon. I was in the back of the theater. There was only like 3 other people in the theater, so I was on my phone taking notes and stuff for MPW, and I wasn't really watching like the opening credit roll. And all of a sudden I heard, "If you have to blink, do it now." And I was like, okay. And I like sat bolt upright my seat and I was like, You've got me.
I'm listening.
And it goes on to say, like, paraphrasing, it goes on to say, like, if
you look away, even for a second, the protagonist will surely die.
Right. And then it says, like, if you fidget in your seat, basically it says if you don't give this your undying attention, you're going to be the reason that the protagonist dies at the end of the movie. And I thought
to myself, damn it, if I were 10, I would feel so bad when the protagonist dies because I can't sit still now.
Yeah, and then the whole movie was just cool. From front to back, it was cool. So and there's an awesome at the very end. Stay through the end credits because there's a cover of "While My Guitar Gently Weeps."
Oh,
but it's really? it's like a Japanese string instrument cover of that song, sang by, I believe, Regina Spektor. Regina.
Oh, I love Regina Spektor. Phenomenal.
Yeah, she's who sings that, I believe.
She's got a very haunting voice. I love her work.
Yeah, and I will say, if you could imagine that in her haunting voice, that's the tone of the whole movie.
Yes.
I wish. Why couldn't somebody have told me that before I sat through this monstrosity?
Well, if I remember correctly, you texted me Jason Bourne or War Dogs, and I said Jason Bourne, and then I said I saw Kubo and the Two Strings, but that wasn't an option.
You said to see that with my kids. You said I thought that was a family show.
It is a family show. It is a family show. I can't wait.
You know what's? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I can't wait to own it to show, like to watch with the family.
Mm-hmm.
I'm intrigued now. I'd like to see it. Speaking of not watching with the family, did MPW happen to review Bad Moms?
Yes, Carl did.
Carl. I believe I drunk texted you guys from that movie. I think
you did. Does Catherine Hahn just do it for me in that movie?
She, like I told you, you would be rubbing one off underneath your coat because she is a smut dumpster in that movie, and it's fantastic.
I'm sorry, smut.
You heard me. Oh yeah. Wow. Oh yeah. It's a bad movie, but if you're drunk enough, it's funny as hell.
Speaking of movies, Joey, do you like movies about gladiators?
Yes.
I didn't know. I was just wondering.
Did we have a do review? We might have.
We did have a do review. Before we hop into that, though, I want to go ahead and take the second while we're on these movies. While everybody else was making all right decisions and terrible decisions, Nick, I'm looking at you. I went and saw Suicide Squad, and let me tell you about what a disappointing movie that is.
We haven't talked about Suicide Squad at all.
It is also a bad decision that I made.
Did you leave the film and write?
You weren't alone, though.
And get your smile tattooed on your hand?
God, I should have. And a bunch of ha's all over me. Here's the thing. I actually really liked Jared Leto's Joker. Not better than some of the incarnations but that have already come, but I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting a different take, and I liked the take that they did. So that was cool. Definitely needed more screen time. It was definitely obvious that there was a lot of Joker scenes that were cut. A lot of them. And you just kind of felt it throughout the whole thing. Margot Robbie did an incredible job as Harley Quinn. Sold it beginning to end for me. Just amazing, amazing actress. She looked the part, felt the part. Like she was Harley Quinn. Deadshot.
Could I pause you for just a second? Is it Harlequin
or Harley Quinn?
Harley Quinn.
Harleen Quinzel.
Is her name? Yes,
Dr.
but is it? Is she?
There is a
Harlequin?
It's Harley. It's two words.
There is
Harley,
a space there.
Space Quinn.
I thought so.
Yeah.
It's not damn fair.
Rob
you
running it together.
dickless.
You mean damp hair?
Yes, the damn fair.
The most phoned-in thing George has ever done.
He should have done. It should have been the damn fair. But anyway.
Anyway, we digress. Continue. You're at this shot. And that loathsome stack of flesh that is Will Smith.
Yeah. Will Smith did exactly what I thought he was going to do, and that is, he's Will Smith.
Shoot some scenery.
He's fucking Will Smith. And, like, dude, fucking try. Like, I like you in a lot of the things that you've done, Will Smith.
I don't.
That's fine. Like, that's all right. Like, I liked...
Yeah.
I haven't liked him since he left the Fresh Prince.
Which is great. Like, Fresh Prince I really enjoyed. I liked him in Pursuit of Happiness, and I feel like there are other things that I can't think of that I probably enjoyed him in. But
dude,
other
secret things that you might not know about
like,
right now.
You're a goddamn actor, and you're making a career out of this. Why the fuck are people like literally just hiring Will Smith? We want movies. We want to see characters. I don't want to like. If I wanted to see more about Will Smith and his fucking life, I would hope that they make a Keeping Up with the fucking Smiths.
I just read Jaden Smith's Twitter.
Right. And then I would give a shit, and I would pay attention to Will Smith for Will Smith. But if you're going to be in a goddamn movie, why don't you act like you're in a fucking movie? But
because he's still just he's still just boom, 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 shake the room, and he really can't progress past that.
That's about it.
To me, it makes me wonder, like, what was going into your head? Fucking casting directors of said film.
What's amazing to me is that he doesn't necessarily. I mean, he demands a lot of movie. He demands a lot of money, and
here's the thing: some of the things that he did in the movie, like some of the ways that they portrayed his character, like they had opportunities to make this an awesome character. They had opportunities to really, really drive Will Smith home as this great frontman for the Suicide Squad, but instead they got Will Smith.
Being Will Smith, because that's
right.
He's young Black De Niro.
Pretend to show some range, because I think that you have some. Like
he's the Jennifer Lawrence of actors.
And it's just
what is that?
I'm not going to get into this debate, but I stand.
I will throat chop you if you speak disparagingly of my one-off.
Do it. I want to see it. But anyway, the rest of the team is more or less lackluster. The only line that Killer Croc really gets is "I am beautiful," with no like pretext or anything like that. And apparently, like there's scenes that actually build up to show that progression, but those were cut. Basically, like anything that was actually important to the movie, they cut in favor of shitty one-liners, bad acting, and a terrible plot.
That was the Pikachu acid trip scene.
God. Yes.
Tell us how you really feel, Rob.
They had a chance. And here's the thing, like critics have fucking lambasted, bombarded, and destroyed this thing over and over again. It's the third week in a row that it's topped at the box office. And I wouldn't be surprised if it goes on 4. Like, that blows my fucking mind.
Smith can phone it in, because he's getting his royalty check and he got his $15 million up front.
And I don't get it. Like, I really don't. Like, and again, like, Suicide Squad's an awesome concept. Like,
it's one of my favorite parts of both Arrow and Flash.
Yeah,
it's a great property.
Yeah, no, it really is. And like they had a couple of people in there that were really solid, and they had like some of the actors like they really, really could have shown through. And I don't know if it was just they decided to cut everything that was worthwhile in post, or if they just made a shitty film to begin with, or what. But it was not what they like. It's not what people deserved. It really isn't.
I haven't felt this awful since we saw that Ronald Reagan film, to be honest with you.
It made my blood boil. So thanks, DC, for yet again. Like this was me giving DC like a legitimate chance. Like I went into this one as open-minded as I could. I really wanted this one to succeed.
Well, hopefully we'll always have Wonder Woman.
Yeah, we've always got Wonder Woman, or the next Batman versus Superman.
Right.
Don't even try and lump that in with this steaming pile. It might be bad, but it's not unwatchable.
Because Batman versus Superman isn't fucking garbage.
It's not garbage. It's just not great.
I would say it's garbage.
I own it, and I watch it from the start of the Batman and Superman fight until
the end.
Until the end.
That's a great movie.
Do you also
from the start of the fight to the end is a great movie.
So yeah.
Mostly because I get to skip right past Lex Luthor.
Fair enough.
Well, look who we have here. My two favorite people.
He's all over the place. 900 feet to 1,300 feet. What an asshole.
So anyway, we did have a do review. And
that's where we're at. Go ahead.
And so it was my turn this week. And I wanted you guys to go and experience something that I just stumbled upon that I think is fucking incredible. Netflix, once again, just on point with their programming. If you haven't watched The Get Down yet, do so. One of the executive producers is what's his name?
Nas.
It's a weird
His name
name.
is
Well,
Nas.
Nas, that too.
Oh.
Well, there's Nas, but I was also thinking of Baz Luhrmann, right? That's the guy.
That's the director.
Director. Sorry. So the director is Baz Luhrmann, and one of the executive producers is Nas. If you aren't familiar with him,
we'll just keep picking people. Jerry Seinfeld.
just keep. Yeah, exactly. Jerry Seinfeld was probably one of the writers for this.
He was in charge of the soup.
He's from New York. It counts.
Right.
But anyway, it
ODB.
So
Rest in peace.
So it follows a handful of kids in 1970s Bronx, and it's essentially about the birth of hip hop and dance music and the underground scene. And holy shit!
Is that what it's about?
Yes,
It makes a lot more sense now. Thank you. Proceed.
Did you not watch it, Joe?
No, I watched it, but I had no idea what was going on the entire time.
Ow.
I wasn't paying a lot of
Did
attention.
you watch it? No, apparently.
Joe,
Okay.
Joe doesn't mingle with a lot of well.
The only
Would you
way
say
to
Joe's
watch-
culturally diverse?
I'm just saying the only way to watch that and not get that that's what the show's about is to just like you turned it on and was like, well, about time for them horse tranquilizers to kick in.
I better go do all of my
bathroom
crossword
top to bottom.
puzzles for this fucking week.
Crossword puzzles.
Crossword puzzles.
The old crossword
Because-
puzzles.
Yeah, because that's more
Yeah, I
important
was
than
doing the
watching.
crossword puzzle up there in Minnesota, up there in St. Paul.
That was a good one.
Yeah,
Anyway,
no, I really enjoyed it. I think 4 episodes away from the end now. I misspoke earlier. It's actually 12 episodes long, not 8.
I thought it was 6.
It might be, but for some reason IMDb is telling me otherwise. Nope, looks like 12. Yeah, no, for some reason I thought it was short as well. But anyway, yeah, no, really awesome. References to Grandmaster Flash. Just seeing all of the effort they put in to make this 1970s New York is insane. I guess I never really thought about just how awesome that a time that had to have been. You know, despite all of the poverty and terrible things that were going on during the 70s.
Yeah, I think that's actually what was confusing to me was that they had so many historical details that I knew were correct that I didn't know if it was supposed to be nonfiction. But then all of the characters that we were actually following seemed to be fictional.
Yeah,
and so I was like, I don't.
That's
You mean that there was a Shaolin Fantastic who's a breakdancing graffiti artist didn't give it away?
I don't know.
Firstly,
that you weren't watching a docudrama?
Shaolin Fantastic is an awesome name, and
It sure
if there
is.
wasn't somebody that back in the 70s that claimed that, they fucking should have. They missed out on an opportunity there.
I love here. I searched Shaolin Fantastic in Google. The third question is Shaolin Fantastic real?
Yep. Urban legend.
Okay, now's a great time to segue because I've been bursting at the seams all day. I want to know
if you were in this show, what would your name be?
Right. What would your 1970s underground DJ Oriental fusion name be?
Well, I've got a couple. The one that I would definitely probably stick with if I had a chance, and I was either in the same vein as Shaolin Fantastic or Grandmaster Flash, would probably either be Run Wu Kung, because I really like that, because that's fucking awesome.
Run Wu Kung is excellent.
Yeah, no, I was really happy with that one. The other one that I had stumbled upon, not but probably half an hour ago, while I should have been doing things for the podcast, was Panda Superior. Because that's also awesome.
That's tremendous.
That's good. It's no DJ Saki Jones.
No, it
Saki
isn't.
Jones. All right.
which is one of the I really like. Not the first one I came up with, though.
Do all yours have DJ or MC in them?
No, that's actually the only one.
Oh, good.
Szechuan Mike was one that made me giggle, and it's it's MIC, like a microphone,
right?
Yeah, Szechuan.
That's
Mike.
actually infinitely more clever than I originally gave you credit for. Like at first, I was probably going to make fun of you a little bit, but once you explained it, I'll give you that one.
Nick, do you have any? I have more. I could keep going.
Well, I have all sorts of. I just threw stuff down at random. I'd like to hear Joe's though.
Grasshopper punch.
That's fucking legit.
That's like a cocktail I would order.
I was going to say, I would get some too.
I feel like we used to make that at parties, Joe.
It's got Midori in it. A nice melon liqueur. Bright green.
Yep.
Some cream de mint, cream de cocoa.
Nothing.
And melon liqueur.
Nothing cream de mint or cream de cocoa makes me think punch. But I understand where you're coming from.
I mean, Midori is basically punch, right?
It's pretty much. It's really awful. It's a really awful booze. But if you order something green, it's probably got Midori in it.
Nick, what about
muskmelon.
Oh, what was that about a muskmelon?
That's what Midori is muskmelon flavored liqueur.
I'm disappointed that you didn't go with DJ Muskmelon, actually.
DJ Muskmelon?
DJ Muskmelon.
Is high top stir fry too racist?
High top stir fry. No, I think
excellent.
That's just appropriate enough for the 70s.
Or like Kentucky Fried Kickin'. Can you do that?
I like that.
That's clever. That's clever. It's no Kung Pao Dilla Rex. Which is
no, but what is?
But what is?
Did you just go through the whole menu at the buffet earlier?
I did. I was at New York #1 Super Feast this afternoon. So, and then
I might be Admiral Wonton Scratch. That might be my DJ name though.
I lied to you. I actually do have MC Rangoon. So there is that.
But to segue back, I was at very best skeptical because Rob occasionally is a phone it in do review guy, and his original do review was
which I still stand by.
Which might be fine, but I wasn't too enthusiastic about watching it. I'm sure it's fine, entertaining. But when I buckled in to watch this thing, it's rare that you get a contact high from a television program. And so I was about 10 minutes in, and I was a little confused. I was a little buzzy. And by about halfway through, it's just funky as fuck.
Isn't it, though?
Yeah.
Like, soundtrack style?
I dig it. I grew up in a house that listened to a lot of Motown and a lot of kind of the sound of that soundtrack, late 70s kind of groove and funk. And I just dig it, man. I'm a sucker for musicals, for one. I mean, it's really weird. It's out there. It's eclectic. It's odd, but in a good way, sort of in the Stranger Things vein. But it's eminently watchable unless you're a jerk. And it's just funky, man. It's groovy.
Cough, Joseph cough.
I totally dig it. I'm in. It's cool. In ways that you don't see enough of or a lot of in television programming these days. So
I would absolutely agree with that.
It was solid.
It bought itself about 3 more episodes the other day. So
yeah, no.
I mean, this sums it up. I think it makes Jaden Smith tolerable.
Doesn't it though? Like I was
That's
actually,
how-
I was
that's how
really,
good
I was
high
really
praise.
skeptical. Yeah, no, I was really skeptical about him first, but like he's really pulled off this character, and I actually I genuinely like it.
Yeah, it's just I don't know, man. It's one of those things where you'll watch the first one, you'll either love it or you'll be like, what the fuck?
yeah.
Yep.
No,
and
yeah.
you'll just move right on.
Right. And if
Or
you're
you'll
like, what the
watch it.
fuck?
Or you'll watch it and you'll say, like, I have no idea what that was about. I'll wait till the guys in the podcast tell me.
So where do you find this many black people in one place? What are we watching here? Sorry, Joe. I know you're more culturally diverse than that as a man of God, but
In Chicago.
right.
No less.
it's a funk movie, my man. It's a coming of age funk story. And you know, this is kind of seems trite, but it's one of the things that I think make Netflix original programming and HBO always, but sort of particularly here, is that it has the feel of a like a made for TV movie kind of thing, like you would have watched after school when you're like in third grade.
Mm-hmm.
But just
But with
having
more drugs and violence.
well, that's kind of what I'm getting at, is just having the R rating ability, mostly for the language, just makes it so much better. It makes it just edgy enough to be, pseudo believable. Not like real life believable, but it's a missing thing, and that what you would usually find in this story if you saw this on NBC, as a 2-hour movie. You would never be able to get some of that edgy realism that really shines through with that young cast. Like the teenager cast. The fact that they can, speak and behave in the shitty way that teenagers would makes it just that much more, intimate.
Absolutely. One of my favorite scenes from that first episode, I think the one that really ended up just selling me hard on the whole show, was that poetry scene with his teacher, with
Right?
Zeke's teacher. Like
That's real. That's like, okay, I'm watching. That's real.
fuck yeah!
Yeah,
like
that was really good.
He sets down that piece of paper and you can see just the disappointment, and you hear the sigh from the teacher. And he just off the top of his head just starts rattling through it, and it fucking hits home. It hits hard. It's emotional. It's raw. It's really good. You can see where that sort of style began to develop out of poetry, and the kind of hurt and suffering that they were coming through. It was beautiful.
And I'm just a sucker for a rap battle or a dance off.
Oh
So
yeah!
if you can roll that up together, I'll smoke that all day.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, they crushed it. And fucking Grandmaster Flash, every scene that he's in, I get so hyped. I really, really like him in the show.
Yeah, that cracked me up.
Yeah, it's very cool. I enjoyed it. I'm going to definitely watch at least the next couple, but I'll probably finish it out. It's a lot of fun. I mean, if you're out there listening, you've got an hour and 20 to kill, and you were
The first episode is pretty long. It's basically a feature-length movie, but after that they dial it down to real TV show length.
It moves along. If you like disco, funk, little historical fiction, give it a shot. It's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed it greatly.
Sidebar, if you also like this, one of the actors, I want to say that it's Shaolin. I'm pretty sure he's also in a movie called Dope, which if you guys haven't seen, I actually really, really do recommend. It's an awesome movie.
That's another thing. It's got it's got a huge cast, for one thing, like a monstrously long cast list with some really fantastic character names.
Yeah, Shaolin Fantastic was in the movie Dope. So.
Well, there's also Silent Carlito, Doo-Wop, Adult Books. What's the dude's name?
There was a girl in college.
Fat Annie.
Adult Books is Nas, by the way.
Papa Fuerte, and Cadillac.
I gave a girl in college a Silent Carlito. One time.
What did you think of?
It's not too unlike a vocal Fredo. But
that's a rough one.
Yeah.
What'd you think of Cadillac, by the way? Just in general,
such a perfect douche.
A lot of recall.
Isn't he though? Like it's exactly how I imagine any douche lord to come out of the 70s, out of the disc, like specifically the disco.
70s douche lord though is just a game I want to play sometime.
It's like an old. It's you're talking like we want to play it on the podcast. I was gonna go like it's like an old Namco upright arcade game.
Right.
Four players.
There's a lot of strong pimp hand in that game.
Yes. 70s douche lord.
Oh man.
Also a really bad cologne.
Didn't that come out of the Carlos Santana line?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it comes with a fedora.
Right with his other brand, Musk.
What does an Elon Musk smell like? Joey?
Yes?
You ever been in a Turkish prison?
No.
I can't tell you that, it's classified.
I'm sorry, I'm having too much fun with myself. Literally.
Hey, now, throw a blanket over it and put it on mute.
No, Rob, I will say that was a worthwhile review. I think it was a good switch from your original Rick and Morty Season 1, Episode 1.
Firstly, I still stand by that, and you guys absolutely need to watch Rick and Morty if you haven't.
It's really good.
It's disgustingly good. Like, it's amazing how well done it is.
Especially if you like anything Dan Harmon's ever done.
And if you haven't...
Dan Harmon?
Creator of Community.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You need
Dan
to go.
Harmon what did he just...
Harmon Quest.
He wrote he's an uncredited writer on a
for
movie.
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange, that's correct.
Yep.
That'll be awesome.
Oh, yeah. Also, if you guys haven't checked it out, Harmontown, his podcast, and he's got a show now on internet streaming site called CISO.
I hate him for making this show.
It's called Harmon Quest, and it's amazing. It's literally like him and a handful of celebrities sitting around, getting drunk and playing D&D, and then they animate some of it, and holy shit is it funny. Oh my god, it's so good.
Speaking of funny,
what's it funny?
Nick, did you get a chance to listen to My Dad Wrote a Porno today?
I didn't. I meant to after you sent the link, and I got busy.
Guys, I implore you to please. It's not safe for work. It's not, it's not like don't Joe. Don't go in the rectory and turn it on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a British dude and his two friends, a guy and a girl, and his dad got really into self-publishing, and him and his wife wrote like a bunch of travel guides for like so you're visiting Wales. And then he decided he saw that E.L. James made a ton of money writing erotic fiction. So he said, well, if she can do it, I can do it. And he self-published an erotic novel called Belinda Blinks. And this guy just takes the book, and each episode is him reading a chapter and his friends interrupting, hold on a second, what was that again? And fuck me, is it hilarious. It's fucking hilarious. I was clapping. It was so good.
Wow.
I'm sad now that I didn't make the time.
It is. I implore everyone. It's on iTunes. It's called My Dad Wrote a Porno. And they're all British.
Oh, even better.
It's put on your British accent, and and then have a British guy read you a badly written erotic novel. At one point, Belinda spreads her legs, and her vagina lids pop.
Okay. Yep.
To which the girl that's the girl that's on the show says like, hold on a second. I'm not sure your dad knows anything about the female anatomy.
That was exactly the thought that I had.
Because like I don't have lids. At one point,
they just pop.
At one point, a runnel of liquid runs down Belinda's lower thigh.
Oh,
The word that I would use for that.
And they start fucking dying. And he's trying to read this with a straight face. Like he's trying to do like the audiobook version of this fucking porno his dad wrote. And his fucking friends will have nothing to do with it. That's fucking hilarious.
That is glorious.
That's why I texted you guys. I said we should write an erotic novel and then read it on air. Because I couldn't think of anything more funny than that. Or I should have my dad write one, but then that's a complete that's a complete ripoff at that point.
Right.
Ugh, people that have good ideas before I have them bother me.
Welcome to our show.
I'd venture to say
welcome to our show.
I'd venture to say your dad can do it better. He should probably actually do some kind of like fantasy erotica.
Like his Xena the Warrior Princess / fic from the 90s.
Oh boy. He lived in a strange world where like he would wake up at 2:00 in the morning because he went to bed at like 7, and the only thing that would be on TV would be Xena Warrior Princess.
Like 4 hours of it.
And so he watched Xena Warrior Princess every day. All the way to the point where he filmed a commercial for our business where he was Xena Warrior Princess. He had a wig, he had the armor, he was on a horse.
Oh God, yeah.
Please tell me that's on YouTube.
Whoa.
Why do we not have this footage?
He was Kevin, Battery Princess.
That makes
Your
sense.
dad smoked a lot of dope back in the day.
He actually that's neither here nor there.
Or possibly not factual. I don't know that, but
I'm most certain.
If I had to have,
it takes a lot for a grown man to be a warrior princess. Or I picked a bad week to quit amphetamines. I don't know.
Either or.
One of the two.
Seriously, that's the next viral hit if that hits the internet.
I'm telling you. God, we've got a gold mine, and all we have to do is dick it up.
He did a thing where he shook his head and the hair flew out of his eyes. And no, it was crazy. It was a whole thing. Corporate wouldn't allow it to be ran as an actual commercial.
Oh, stop yourself.
Shocker.
Blasphemy, I say.
Since when has that ever stopped you guys?
Why did you put that kind of inflection on that? Since when has it ever stopped you guys?
I don't know. I think I turned into a ventriloquist dummy halfway through.
Oh, God.
Battery people.
What do you mean, you people? I don't know if I like you talking about me that way.
So anyway, that's one thing that I found today in my windshield time before a Cubs game. My dad wrote a porno.
Nice.
Hey, Rye.
Uh-huh.
Have you been geeking on anything else besides?
I've been geeking on all sorts of things, like the new Russian Avengers movie that came out today, Guardians. Yeah,
is that a real thing?
Yes,
it's not a movie. The trailer came out.
I was gonna say the trailer came out.
Define real. It is a Russian superhero blockbuster. So,
are Russians allowed to make feature films?
Aren't they? What is the last big film that came out of Russia?
I don't believe the party allows that sort of entertainment.
It fits with the Kremlin propaganda,
right?
Especially the guy who's half bear and shoots a machine gun.
Yes, that's true. I do like that they supposedly they took every aspect of Russian culture and made it into 4 different superheroes.
I'm trying to figure out how the Earthbender factors into Russian.
Like culture. I get it. I
like
get
the
the
big
half
bear man. Yeah, that's
totally
like,
get it.
Yeah, like Captain Russia.
I mean, that's even like, wasn't there like a Marvel like superhero team where one of the characters was basically that? It was like the Crimson Dynamo and like radioactive.
The Crimson Dynamo is not a real thing.
Allegedly.
That's a wrestling stooge name.
I mean, I think it's also just like a wrestling move in WWE. But no, that's Russian Iron Man.
Yes.
Powered armor Russian or Soviet agents. Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Russian Iron Man, we have the new Iron Man's name is Ironheart.
Oh, hell yeah. No, I'm really, really pumped about the new Iron Man, actually. Like, it's going to be awesome.
Riri Williams. Is it Riri Williams?
Yep,
Riri Johnson.
I think it is.
I think it's Williams.
Fred Ward?
I'm like
Fred,
90.
Yep, Fred Ward.
Yes.
From Tremors.
Wasn't he Riri Williams? The Adventure Begins?
I think that's Remo Williams.
Ah, yeah.
Close.
I think you're thinking of Remington Steele Williams.
Hudson Hawk?
There's a guy that lives around here whose name is Remo Williams.
The fuck there is.
I swear to God.
Your ass hurts.
It does. Your ass hurts. What a great put down. That's so funny. Shut up. Your ass hurts. I don't even know what it means, but I use it I'll use it all the time.
It's fantastic. I stole that from a buddy of mine.
If you can use it in any situation. No matter,
it's perfect.
Like, I'm trying to think of specific situations you could use it in, but it would work in any situation. Like, I would, I'll take the 12-piece chicken. Actually, sir, we're out of chicken right now. Your ass hurts.
It's so great. Oh, fuck me.
That's happened to me, actually. We've actually gone to a KFC and ordered the chicken, and they've told us that we are out of chicken.
Did you fight them?
I don't want to know how that works.
All right, and it wasn't like, dude, it's like 2:00 in the morning. We close in a half an hour. We're out of chicken. It was like 2:30 in the afternoon.
What?
Yep. Hey, man, we're out of chicken.
It's not like the barbecue pit where they've only cooked so many briskets, and if you don't get one of those briskets, you're out of luck.
Even if they close in half an hour, they close in half an hour.
It was Joe's one of those people that shows up like 8:55 and at like a TGI Fridays, and he'd like that table for 4, and every one of the waitstaff fucking hates him. Like, I
wouldn't do it in a sit-down
close
restaurant, but this is
until
KFC.
9. Yeah, it was a KFC. We showed up, and it's not like we ordered like the extra crispy, and they said we're actually out of the extra crispy right now. All we have is original recipe. They were out of chicken.
Wow, that's unfortunate for business.
It's the same thing when Subway wouldn't make me a 6-foot party sub because I didn't order ahead of time. So I just ordered 6 foot-long subs, and they said that they can't do that.
What?
They can't make 6 sandwiches?
I'd have fist fought them.
Your local one? Like your town Subway?
The local one here. There was actually... I right away picked up on the vibe that they weren't too bright. And so I ordered a 6-foot party sub, and they said, oh, you actually have to call in like 24 hours early to get those. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. I'll just take, just give me 6 cold cut trios then, and then put all the vegetables like on a platter instead of on the sandwiches. And they said, we can't do that, sir. That would be like a party sub. And I was like, nope, it's not. It's just 6 sandwiches. Pretend I just ordered 6 sandwiches. And they were like, no, because we know you want the party sub. And I was like, okay, hold on. I actually said, like, I'm going to walk outside. I'm going to walk back in. Like, I wasn't just here.
Make me 6 cold cut combos.
I'll take 6 cold cut combos, please. And they were like, I think you're scamming me. And I was like, I'm not.
Take 2 of the cold cut combos and shove them up your ass and give me 4 cold cut combos.
I'll pay for all 6, but you're going to each put one in your ass.
2 feet of subs up their ass. I'm more impressed than anything else.
I was having
I'm not even mad.
that was tenacious. That was a tenacious D for Ryan.
Right.
Again. Sorry, Joe and Rob. I forget.
I picked up on it immediately. Take 2 chicken nuggets and shove them up your ass.
And I just want a 4 nugget thing.
I want 4 nuggets.
Take 2 of the nuggets. I'm sorry, sir. We're going to come to 6 and 12 piece. Take 2 of them and just throw them away. I just want a 4 nugget deal. 12 piece? Put 2 of that, yeah.
He just wants 4 nuggets.
Just wants a 4. Well, I'll take a fillet of fish because it's got less calories. I'm trying to watch my figure. Fillet of fish sandwich.
And a junior bacon cheese.
Yeah. Small seasoned curlies.
A small seasoned curly. We just did the whole bit.
It's one of the best. It really is. God damn it, Joe and Rob.
I recognize it now that you've done it.
Hey, Rob.
Yes.
How many push-ups can you do? Like
cock push-ups or regular?
Cock push-ups.
Oh, cock push-ups. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little out of practice.
Well, you can really only do one.
One. I mean, really, one's really all you need.
We just did that whole bit. Nick and I could do every third track on that album.
It's so good. I actually might listen to it tonight to help soothe me to sleep. See the show notes for a link to.
Ooh, yeah, I'll do that. That'll be fun. I can put those in there. Why not?
Well, Tenacious D is good for everybody.
There are more moths and mosquitoes on my back patio tonight than I've ever seen in one place.
They would love the podcast.
I'm not imagining them flying around lights or anything. They're like sitting next to you, just watching you.
They're just listening intently to your dialogue.
Like 2 mosquitoes just high-fived, like, yeah, Tenacious D. Good call. Good call on the podcast, Ryan. Tenacious D.
His mouth just like just nibbling on like the edge of your pants.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's how moths do.
Does anybody else on this weird extended geekery hour? Does anybody else have anything else that we haven't covered that we've been geeking on?
I've shot my geek wad basically with some Tenacious D now. I have nothing left.
I think that's we've hit Tenacious D. We've basically gone everywhere.
Yeah.
Wow. So it's just summed up at that point.
I really can't do any better between the Get Down, some Tenacious D, and
I've played a lot of Dungeons and Dragons this week, so that's a thing. So
nice. like the Nintendo game.
No, actually, though there is an MMO on the PlayStation that I've been playing for Neverwinter, which is pretty cool. But no, I recently started a campaign for my roommates, and one of them got one of their work buddies to come and start playing with us. But so we've played like a solid 4 sessions now or something like that. So they're really getting into it.
Nice.
Like 4 sessions in a week, by the way.
Whenever you want Frank the Flower to join your party, just let me know.
I will absolutely let you know.
I'm a flower. I fucking cut you emotionally.
No, like I can't hurt you because I'm a flower, but I'll fuck you up, with the emotional, mental side.
You do. That's excellent. That's pretty damn good, dude. That was really good.
Yeah, it's like I'm back to drinking Bullet Rye. So.
Oh, good.
Yeah, clearly.
Good. Proud of you. I could tell. I just didn't want to say anything.
Yeah.
Kind of like if you wanted to know what I was drinking, they'd pay me to tell you. So I didn't know if we were going there or not. To wrap up my Subway story.
Years later, you came back and they were all wearing glasses to show the time had passed.
Yep.
And now we've hit everything.
Roll credits.
Because that's a better ending than I had. So.
Dang it! Now I know the actual ending.
Nope. I'll never tell it.
You've ruined it, Joe.
No, he didn't. He enhanced it. It's just one of those things where, like, once you upgrade you can't go back to the original package type scenario.
That should be a
Windows
fun
10.
game, as if we told like 3/4 of a story and just let somebody else put like their twist ending to improve the story. It's a fun game.
3/4 of a story or like 15/16 of a story?
Yeah, fine. All right, my math was a little generous there. Fucko.
I was gonna say,
Yes, you're right.
because Joe really just added like one sentence at the end to a story.
Well, he's the wordsmith to our Shaolin Fantastic.
By the way,
But Joe wouldn't know what that means.
I know what that means.
No.
Oh, so you like paid attention to just like part of it?
so hold on, is that movie about like
No, he's not a
the
kung
rap
fu
scene?
master. He's just, I don't understand it because he's a graffiti bad. What?
This episode has been just an unorthodox jukebox of things, and
It's a band I was in high school.
I purposely dropped Bruno Mars just to
Calling
do
it.
it.
Was beaten.
Best Super Bowl halftime show of all time. Just throwing that out there.
All time?
It's we're off
Better
the
than-
rails. We're
Better than
shark
Paul
Trump.
McCartney.
Better than Janet Jackson?
That was a yes.
Not better than Prince.
You're probably right.
I don't know. I just hate Bruno
Prince's,
Mars.
but
So.
I was a child when I saw that, so...
His name is Bruno.
Well, that's not his real name there, Chauncey.
Oh, it's not?
But no.
So he chose that motherfucker?
His name's like Fred Malualua or some shit. Look it up. Look it up. Seriously, it's some fucking stage
I will.
name.
Can I do it right now?
Look it up right now.
Peter Gene Hernandez.
Yeah, it's close.
Is that really his real name? Peter Gene Hernandez?
Yep. And he has
not,
the hair from of Gene from Hey Arnold.
It's not Fred Malualua.
No.
It's not even close to that.
I knew it was Hawaiian. That's all.
Peter Gene Hernandez.
Isn't he from like Toronto? Oh no, he was born in Hawaii. I'm sorry, I rescind my.
Thank you.
I've never heard a name sound so Hawaiian than Peter Gene Hernandez. He's
all over the place.
Hernandez.
It is now. Like Mark Sanchez.
I'm trying to figure out what I would Google to find other people's real names.
Just Google their real
Famous
name.
people's
Google their
real names.
List.
Well, it's just that's homework for next week. Bring in a celebrity real name that's the funniest.
That's a great idea.
All right.
In the meantime, Thomas Cruise Map It Through the Fourth. Stay for the plugs.
There'll probably be some plugs.
There's going to be a couple plugs.
Just stay for them.
Just
That was
do
very
it.
throaty. That was what?
Do
What?
it.
Do it. Just do it.
What I really want is for y'all to just stick around for the plugs.
Make
I can't.
dreams come true.
Just do it.
You said you were going to do it tomorrow, yesterday.
There are so many fucking weird ones.
Actual cannibal.
Oh, God, we did cover everything when we got the show.
Elizabeth Pantaleone.
Skulking in the shadow.
Who is that?
Tia Leone.
Pantaleone. There's got to be some funny ones.
I don't want to tell you the one I'm looking at right now, but I have.
No,
to.
you gotta save it for next week. We gotta have some.
I don't think I can save Mark Sinclair Vincent.
Mark Sinclair Vincent. I got no idea.
Rob, I really appreciated that.
Vin Diesel.
Of course. Of fucking course.
I've been sitting here
Vin Diesel.
singing it under my breath for the last 2 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
What have you been singing?
I got the end.
Oh, actual Cannibal Shia LaBeouf.
we don't allow Shia LaBeouf here.
Why? He's a genius.
Ryan, you got a letter from headquarters this morning?
Did I?
In a poll where Professor Xavier, Luke Skywalker, and Garfield the cat were all asked what is their favorite coffee, none of them answered because they're all fictional characters. But if they could, they would have said Death Wish Coffee, the world's strongest coffee. Be sure to check them out at deathwishcoffee.com and be sure to hit them up on the iTunes or Google Play. Check out Death Wish Coffee.
If you don't get enough of Geekcast Joe, check me out on my other show, This Freakin' Show, at thisfreakinshow.com.
If you have listened to the show before, you are most likely familiar with the guys from Wayward Raven. And if you haven't listened to the show, you're going to have to just trust me on this one. These guys are the best and have some kick-ass wares over at waywardraven.com. So head over there and check them out. Use our discount code NECKBEARD and save yourself some dollar bills.
If you like what we do or you want to harass us, be sure to check us out on Twitter at GeekCastLive, GeekCastRye, GeekCastBase, GeekCastJoe, and GeekCastNick. If you want to check out our podcast, be sure to go to GCL.ninja. Want to check our Facebook out and interact with us? GeekCastLive is what you got to search for. And be sure to check us out on iTunes. Give us 5 stars. Lie if you have to.
Hey everybody, GCR here telling you to go fuck yourself. No, really, that's not what I meant at all, but what I'm trying to say is that this week's bit of bass is Go Fuck Yourself by 2 Feet. Thanks for listening. Dig it.
Fucked and drank all night, acted all alright, had no need to fight tonight. Fucked and drank all night, acted all alright, had no need to fight tonight. Cast me far away, play these little games, acting all okay, today. Cast me far away, play these little games, acting all okay, today.